Holy crap! Spider-Man has kids? He's married with MJ? He has a good life? Uncle Ben's alive? And he gets to become Spider-Man? Gee, man, I really hope this goes on for a while. Well, we'll take it. Before even knowing anything about the story, when I saw that suit on the first issue cover, I absolutely loved it. I loved how simple it was. I love the very triangle, angular kind of eyes he has. Almost looks a little aggressive, but also can still look friendly. I enjoy the new logo he has, where it's kind of like a little fatter spider. It just looks new and classic at the same time. Now, the artist who drew this Spider-Man is Marco Checchetto. I think that's how you say it. We're just gonna go with that. He's obviously drawn Spider-Man before. Has very similar eyes to how this one does, just obviously this one has a different logo. So in today's video, as you can tell, we are going to be making this suit. Now, this is going to be the first Spider-Man suit I've ever made. Now, if you check my Instagram, you're going to see there's other suits I've made since then, but this is the first Spider-Man suit I've made to this day still, and right now it's 2026 as of voicing this. This is not necessarily a tutorial. It's going to have some tutorial aspects of it where I can totally tell you how to do a certain thing, but of course, in the execution, I still have a lot more practice to do, and eventually my suits will be a lot better. You'll see coming up in the future, hopefully. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do in making a Spider-Man suit is we gotta print out the template. And of course, you can draw your own, with your own measurements. You can draw your own webs if you want. But today I'm gonna be using Sensational's pattern from his shop, which you guys can go check out in his Etsy, link down below. A lot of stuff here used is gonna be made by him. So in case, here's the credit, and go follow him if you want. So then you're gonna have, your file thingy open. You're gonna click Ultimate. We're gonna pick the one we want. We're gonna be doing a 7-piece. You click it, open this up. Boom, it's all right here in its glory. You're gonna go to prints at the top up here. And then you're gonna hit poster. Ooh, now it's gonna tell you how many pages it's gonna be. Ooh, 80. Damn, that's a lot. Alright, and then you're just going to hit print. After doing that, I totally forgot to mention we're going to be doing a 7-piece, which just means that every piece is going to be detachable. So it's going to be the mask, the gloves, the pants, the boots, and the shirt. Don't forget about that. That's like the hardest part. So after printing all of that out, you're going to want to put it on a table, cut out all the pieces into the right shape, and, tape it together. I mean, you're literally seeing how I'm doing it right there. So yeah, just do that. Oh, and I almost completely forgot. You need to buy fabric because, how else are you going to make the suit without fabric? So you're going to want to go to one of the greatest places ever, Etsy, where you could find my shop right now. You could buy some masks and facials, so go right now. Go check it out right now. There's stuff available, so do that right now. But after looking at the D7 Inc. store, now you could search up red fabrics. Now, you could find something there. I highly recommend Etsy because a lot of the time it's very local and it'll come very quick. Or you could check out Stretch House Inc., which is where I got this specific red fabric, which is right here. It's right there. You guys can pick it up. It's also going to be a link in the description. But yeah, once you buy that and the blue fabric, which I got from Blue Moon Fabrics, that one's a very local shop area, so that's why I got it from there. But here's the link as well if you want to check it out. Buy those, and yeah, on to the next step. So finally, after cutting all those damn pieces out, holy crap, man! Whew, you're gonna feel it in your lower back. I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna do this, holy crap, get ready, it's gonna hurt. But after you get that done, now let's move on to making the buff paint webbing, which is very simple. So this is basically how you do it. You can get a cup, any cup you have, get like a fork or a spoon so that way you could mix it. So you're gonna buy black puffy paint, and then you buy liquid latex, which I got from Spirit Halloween during October, which you still can get online, very easy to get. So get that. That's going to essentially help the webbing be a lot more stretchy and be a lot more durable and last over time, so that way you experience cracking less sooner than normally it would be. So just fair warning. Also, you cannot forget about the little bottles with the little needles, which you can find on Amazon. Here's what they are. Also going to be linked in the description. These are very essential because it's going to help you perfectly squeeze out a good line over the fabric. But yeah, once you've done that, you're basically a scientist now. You're a chemist. You make your own concoction. Good job. You need a light table, which is going to be very helpful to help you see the lines through the fabric when you're using your patterns. I did it the really cheap way. I just bought a big old portrait, took out the plastic, put it on top of this 2 little pieces of wood, and then used my flashlight. So if you really want to do it, you can do it, even if it's for really cheap, or you could buy a really expensive light table. It's up to you how you do it, but you're gonna need one. It's gonna help out a lot. Now for another back-breaking moment. You're gonna have to lay all the fabrics on top of the patterns which you tape to your light board so that way it holds together. And now you take your bottle and just squeeze very slowly, like you're kind of icing a cake. Now please go slow, please, because if you try to rush this, you're not only going to mess it up, but you might run into a little bubble that ends up coming through in your needle, which is going to end up like popping, and it's going to like screw over your fabric, and you're going to have to restart. Please go slow, take your time, it's going to be worth it, trust me. Trust me. You only have to wait about maybe 12 hours just to be safe, so that way the puff paint just dries, and that way you can start, you know, cutting around, making sure you cut all your shapes out correctly, so that we could start sewing it together or against the blue pieces. Which the blue pieces are really easy because you just put the patterns on top of the blue fabric and just cut around. I highly recommend you guys get washable markers, so that way on the back of the red pieces where the webbing is, you could draw the lines, so that way when you're sewing you can easily see where you're sewing against, so that way you can get clean lines against the webbing, because you want those to align so that way it doesn't look a little goofy. But just do it, it's gonna be worth it. Don't worry, it's not gonna show up on the other side, and plus even if it does, you could just wash it off with some water. Here's like a quick little showcase of me making the facial. I'm not really going to explain how to do it. I can totally make another video if you guys really want to, but it's just too much to explain. I mean, not really, but you know, I'm too lazy. Let's just be real, I'm just too lazy right now. Yeah, even though my brother's editing this, not even me. After hours and hours and hours of back-breaking hard labor, I finally have sewn the shirt. And it looks absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of myself. And quickly to run this over, for the boots, I just bought scuba shoes, which you could also find on Amazon. You just slip them on in, and then you can just get like a sole protector thing and just glue it on the outside, and boom, pretty easy. Yeah, you can figure that out for yourself. For the belt on the suit, so that way it can connect to the pants, I'm going to be using Velcro. So I just cut it out in the correct shape, like this, and then you know, you just kind of slap it on and boom, kind of holds together. It could be improved. I definitely know how to improve on it now, but here's how it is from when I made it, and I'm gonna keep it that way because this is my first suit, so I just want to remember, oh yeah, this is how I did it. So there's definitely gonna be a video on how I can make it a lot better, or you could check out Sensational's Patreon where you can explain it also probably better than I can. Highly recommend you go do that. For the gloves and boots, I don't really use Velcro for that. You can do it for the boots if you want to, so that way it doesn't slip down, but you could also get an elastic band that you could put inside, which could just be more squeezing to your leg. It could just squeeze better, and that'll hold. But I didn't do it for the suit because, again, I didn't know I could do that, but now I do know, so I'm telling you right now, if you're gonna do it, do that, please. Yeah, boom, there it is. This is the whole suit. It looks insane. I love it so much. Even though I could see so many flaws, it just it has that charm, and I couldn't have done really any better. Especially, I was also learning how to sew during this whole experience, so I'm just grateful for the people who have helped me. And yeah, all right, let's put this bad boy on. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and sticking up all the way to the end of this. This took a long time coming, almost a whole last year of me making this suit and then finding my brother to edit it for $200. He's conning me, guys. Again, check out the Etsy. I got so much cool stuff. You could buy this exact... You could buy this exact mask, but yours won't do that because I will make sure it works, because I charge a lot. So yeah, follow my Instagram, go to Sensational's Patreon, check out all his cool ass stuff. He has way better tutorials than this. He's the real goat here. I love you. You know, Tom Platz used to say, you know, when you put on the weight on the bar, let him jiggle, because you know what's not jiggling is my balls. All right, I'm jiggling right now. Let's take a photo right here. Aww.